Northern governors, Mornachs reject tax reforms bill. Now to the news info. They seek immediate restoration of power in the region. Our Nigeria out of school children are core problem Sultan. Our leaders have to do more. ACF. Governor of the 19 northern states met in Kaduna yesterday alongside top traditional rulers from the region where they discussed various issues and challenges affecting the region and resolved, among others, to reject the Nigerian tax reform bill sent to the National Assembly recently by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yesterday's meeting was part of the Northern States Governors Forum initiative to engage key stakeholders over pressing matters, including insecurity, poverty, the education crisis and other socio-economic challenges affecting the region. Governors in attendance included Uba Sani of Kaduna State, Inuwa Yahaya Gombe, Dauda Lawal Dare Zamfara, Abdullahi A. Sule Nasarawa, Babagana Zulum Borno, Bala Muhammad Bauchi, Abdurrahman Abdulrazak Kwara, and Hamadu Umaru Fintiri Adamawa. Deputy governors from other northern states were also in attendance. The meeting, which held at Sakashim Ibrahim House, also had in attendance notable traditional rulers, including the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Muhammad Saad Abubakar III, Shehu of Borno, Alhaji Abubakar Umar Garba Alamin, El Kanemi Emir of Zazu, Ambassador Ahmad Nuhu Bamali, Ohinoyi of Iberia Land, Alhaji Ahmed Tijani Anaje, Etu Nope, Alhaji Yahya Abubakar Emir of Kazuri, Alhaji Najib Husseini Adamu, Emir of Bauchi, Alhaji Rilwanu Suleiman Adamu, among others. The Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa was also present at the event. In a communique issued at the end of the meeting, the group decried the content of the recent tax reform bill that was forwarded to the National Assembly, saying they were against the interest of the North and other subnationals, especially the proposed amendment to the distribution of value-added tax (VAT) to the derivation-based model. President Bola Tinubu had on the 3rd of this month transmitted 4 tax reform bills to the National Assembly for consideration. Tinubu, who was on vacation in London by then, sent the bills via a letter addressed to the Speaker of the House, Abbas Tajuddin. The letter was read on the floor of the House during plenary that day. The bills at the Nigerian tax bill bill 2024, which is expected to provide the fiscal framework for taxation in the country, and the Tax Administration Bill, which will provide a clear and concise legal framework for all taxes in the country and reduce disputes. The others are the Nigerian Revenue Service Establishment Bill, which will repeal the Federal Inland Revenue Service Act and establish the Nigerian Revenue Service, and the Joint Revenue Board Establishment Bill, which will create a tax tribunal and a tax ombudsman. Tinubu said the bills were designed to support his administration's objective and strengthen fiscal institutions in the country. The proposed tax bill presents substantial benefits that aligns with my government's objectives and fiscal reforms on the economic growth by enhancing taxpayers' compliance, strengthening our fiscal institutions, and fostering a more effective and transparent fiscal regime, he said. The president further stated that he was confident that if the bills were passed, they would encourage and stimulate the economy. Explaining their decisions to reject the tax reform bill yesterday, however, the chairman of the Northern Governors Forum, Governor Inuwa Yahaya, while reading the communique of the forum's meeting, said this is because companies remit VAT using locations of their headquarters and tax office and not where the services and goods are consumed. In view of the foregoing, the forum unanimously rejected the proposed tax amendment and called on members of National Assembly to oppose any bill that can jeopardize the well-being of our government, of our people. For the avoidance of doubt, the Northern Governor Forum is not averse to any policies or programs that would ensure the growth and development of the country. However, the forum calls for equity and fairness in the implementation of all national policies and programs so as to ensure that no geopolitical zone is shortchanged or marginalized, the group said. The forum's chairman, while reading the communique, also said that the economic hardship currently faced by Nigerians is more pronounced in the northern region than the southern region due to what he called disparities in economic inequality. Speaking further, he said, on the present economic hardship affecting the country, the forum is appealing to all citizens to remain calm as the state and federal government are working hard to implement measures that will cushion effects of the hardship. The governor noted that the End Bad Governance protest, which took place in August, served as a wake-up call for all northern leaders. According to him, youth restiveness is a growing concern driven by illiteracy, poverty, and lack of economic opportunities. He said it was essential for leaders to adopt measures to alleviate the suffering being experienced through targeted social welfare programs, support for small and medium enterprises, and policies that would attract investment to their states. Our young people are calling out for change, and it is our responsibility to listen and act. We must scale up efforts to tackle the root cause of youth restiveness by investing in education, skills development, and job creation. Let us focus on creating pathways for the youth to channel their energy into productive ventures, thereby reducing their vulnerability to crime and social vices. The Arewa Consultative Forum (ACF), while reacting to the governor's position, said this is not the time for party politics and party loyalty. Speaking with Daily Trust yesterday, the ACF National Publicity Secretary, Professor Toku Mohammed Baba, encouraged the governors to get more involved in grassroots affairs, especially things to do with the socio-economic condition of the people. While commending the governors for their position, he said it is an indication that some people are aware of what the North is going through. The call by the governors and traditional rulers is much in order because one of the things that have been happening is that most elected public officials have been mute about the suffering of the people in the North. The position of the governors is actually commendable. We called for more active involvement of the governors toward addressing the problems in the North. Yes, they should address all the issues in the North. Their children are not going to school, they don't like education, so they should first resolve all those issues and make sure that everything is going well for them. There are majority children that are out of school. They should do something to make sure that they go to school, because it's like they don't like school in that place. They do not like school at all. So they should do something about it. At least that will change their mentality and know that, okay, these people that are coming into power, they don't have anything to offer us, because it is why they have kept them uneducated. If they are educated, they would not be acting as if they don't know that these people do not have any plans for us or anything. So the meeting by the governor, I hope that it brings out a good fruit and that people, their children actually change and go to school. And every other thing that they've discussed in the meeting is being implemented. And they should listen to the youth as well, because the youth, they are resting now because they are not ready for you. Once you push them to the wall, they are going to turn back against you, and it is going to be bloody. So people should do well and do right by the citizens. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.